All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set. Right at the 8. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. It's Walker. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that big score all started with Cam being forced from the pocket, but when he's outside the pocket, it doesn't really bother him.
And part of that is the word you use, big, right? He bought extra time by moving outside of the pocket, which means receivers can get downfield farther, and Cam's got more than enough arm to find them, and we end up with a big play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 30 base. 52, come on. You ready, Reed? You ready, Reed? Let's go, baby.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set, 8, read. 59. I got one. Topper, to go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Matchbox lights on the ball.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Gator.
Watch the slant.
5.
Mike Part 9.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist. General West. 5.
2nd and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready? Ready? Right there. Hey! All day, every day. Check right. Watching it fly.
Out of the gun, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Fournette running out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Recon 132 fighter. Hey, Echo.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, he's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On 1st down, Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside.
Herbert's pass, caught by number 11. It's a pickup of 12 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
5'2" is the Mike. Mike 5'2", Mike 5'2".
Operating from the gun. Herbert, open man, is Thielen is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On the set. Mike's 59. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day. Check. X3. 218. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert. And gets it to Funchess, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From his goal line here, Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch out.
Protein spill.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You don't want no problem from me.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Go! I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
At the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Not today. Mike 5-5. Mike Express. 20. I'm scared.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we With just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Sack, baby, sack. Eat.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Herbert. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Throwing after the interception. Herbert is caught by Funchess. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
General West. Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got him.
Off the bootleg. Herbert Flush to his right. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On first down, it's Newton. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Mike 5-5. Mike to the close ball. 5-5. Here we go. Let's bring it.
To throw again. Newton. And finding the tight end, Wilson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch safety green.
They'll try the left side. Horvath. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, 44. Gun.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and ended up making a really nice play.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
That's the end of the third quarter of play, with the score Panthers 34, Jaguars 9.
Let's go. 60 yards.
Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. 25. Check 25.
Running right, here's Brown. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Third and 3.
On the ready.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready. Look at that. Ready.
Stay with your man. Hey, check 24.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Horvath looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
He wasn't ready.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Ready.
On second down, it's Walker. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the side. son puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll lift and throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
X3, 218, chopper.
Now Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. On 1st down, Walker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Newton on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
To the center.
The Jaguars 41-yard line.
We own them. We own them.
Center.
And they take a knee.
Newton on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together and the points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.